vlog. Welcome to our Cercle 2025 vlog. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm taking this at the end of the night to kickstart the vlog because I didn't vlog going into the day telling you what we're doing, but we are attending the Cercle Music Festival at the France Air and Space Museum, which is just outside of the city of Paris. It's very close. So now I'm going to just kind of shift to some clips throughout the day, and that will explain everything, including details on transportation and details on after parties, details on the festival and our takes, and then of course the DJs that we sell as well. You're going to be watching for the next couple of minutes just a tour. As soon as we got there, we decided to get the lay of the land, but I'm going to kind of break down some different aspects of the festival for you, things that we've learned. So first off, let me tell you, the communication before Cercle Festival is absolutely insane. They do an amazing job at sending you emails with the information. So we got an email in advance letting us know that there was a shuttle service that you could purchase tickets for, official Cercle shuttles. And then they also sent in the transportation email information about parking, if you wanted to park the car, drive yourself to the Air and Space Museum, or you could Uber, and they offered Uber codes. They're all about safety at Cercle, and I cannot stress that enough. They're just so good with that. So in the email, it could not be more clear about where the shuttle picks up. It gives you an exact address as well as a photo of a map. It's at the Philharmonie de Paris, and they show you on the map exactly where it's going to be picking up, and there is a ton of signage, which is absolutely incredible. And there is also people, like, you just can't miss it. And then you purchase the tickets. I don't know how much it is just for a one-way ticket. They offer one-way tickets every day to get there, as well as one-way tickets to get back, so you can do it that way. Or you can just book the round-trip tickets per day or round-trip tickets for 3 days. So we opted for the round-trip tickets for 3-day option because we booked the hotel near where we saw the shuttle location was going to be. So again, like I said, it was about like a 10-15 minute walk depending on how fast you walk, and there's a ton of people walking, so it's totally fine. So we booked the 3-day round-trip shuttle for both of us, and that was a total of 37 euros per person, round-trip 3 days. Insane. So super cheap, and we probably saved a lot of money that way and time. One thing we were concerned about with the shuttles is that they were going to be like not very consistent. There was going to be long lines. No, the longest that we waited to get on a shuttle was Saturday. We kind of went at peak time around like 3:30, so we did wait like 20 minutes, but then every night of the festival we waited no more than 10 minutes for a shuttle. So absolutely amazing coordination. They were constantly lined up. The one thing is, though, that it is difficult. Every day we did stand on the shuttle there and back just because of like we squeezed in with other people and they packed them to the brink and we didn't want to wait for a seat. So yeah, just kind of note that. And people were so tired at the end of every day that they were literally just sitting on the ground, and it was super packed and super hot because obviously, as you know, they don't use air conditioning in Europe. So bring water with you to get on the shuttle. Also at the shuttle stops, which was really nice, and the reason why they sell one-way tickets to get back from the festival is because they have signs as soon as you get off the shuttle, like, hey, after parties are this way, and they have directions to get you to the 2 after party locations, which I'll talk more about later, but they're Miamal and Kilometer 25. So a lot of people who might be staying in another area of Paris and just Uber to the festival may take the shuttle from the music festival to the Philharmonie de Paris, then they can easily walk to the after party locations. And then the other thing I want to touch on is that big dome-like structure with all the cool stuff inside that I showed you. That is where the speeches happen, and I didn't realize that in advance because I'm stupid, that on the actual lineup they do post the times of those, and they do post whether they're in English or French, and there are special guest DJs who show up to them, and they do post who those will be in advance, but a lot of people don't know. We absolutely loved them. I just love like space travel and stuff like that, so we were really excited to go to them, and we learned a lot. It's with the actual like employees of the Air and Space Museum and of their companies out there, so highly recommend checking them out. Don't sleep on them. when you walk around too, there are hundreds of planes and cool artifacts, and all of them have an information sheet next to them where you can read all about them, where they were used, how old they are. So highly recommend looking at all of those. Another thing I want to stress is the safety. They take safety super seriously at this festival. They have a whole safe space building where you can go get earplugs, water, like just anything that you need, talk to someone. And I'll show you in a later video, but they have these really cool cup things. I don't remember what they were called, but they the reusable cups that they give you for like beer and water. You can get this topper for it, and the toppers were customized. It said Cercle Festival 2026. So we both bought one, not only to keep our drinks safe, but also just they were cute, and they're branded for the year that we went. And then also they do give free water, which I've never seen before. It is room temperature, and Paris was having a heat wave when we were there, and it was extremely hot, like literally hotter than it was showing where we live in Florida, which is insane. And Cercle is on a blacktop, so make sure you bring your sunscreen, make sure you're hydrating, because it is so unsafe out there. And if you go to the bar, they will give you ice if you ask, but as you know, they are a little skimpy on ice because for some reason Europe doesn't like ice. Just make sure you're hydrating and make sure you're wearing sunscreen because it is so hot. Find shade wherever possible, which is kind of hard to find there, but you can find it and still appreciate it. Chilling at the champagne bar right now, enjoying some nice champagne. Nice weather now that the sun went down a little bit.
Just step forward. Now. Step forward.
In the side.
You can. It goes a little something like this. Are you ready? Everybody, drop.
So I wanted to fill in just some voice overlays, but basically just to sum it up, this festival so far after day one is just so well organized, and I hope that they remain a small company. You know, of course I want them to grow and continue making money, but just the fact that they remain small, I think really allows them to just have this amazing coordination. So we're staying at the Moxie Hotel. It's about a 10 to 15 minute walk from the Philharmonie de Paris, where they pick you up on the shuttle. Again, this could change from year to year because they don't, of course, have them in the same locations. They have had it here before, but if they have it here again, you know, I don't know it'll be the same, but the hotel's great. There's a lot of people from the festival here. It's totally safe to walk to and from, and then the after parties are all within the area as well. So we'll let you know. We're about to head out tonight. We're going to the after party at the Mio Mao. I don't know how to spell it, but I'll put the name here of where they're throwing it. And these are Cercle official after parties that they send you an email and you buy in advance, and they don't sell out. I don't know if they have sold out, but I waited a week to buy them and they weren't sold out. There's no price gouging in Europe. The price doesn't go up if you don't buy them. Of course, if you show up at the door, I'm sure they'll charge you a crazy price, but we paid about 25 euros per person tonight, and then same thing, 25 euros tomorrow. And tonight we're seeing Anfisa Latiago. She's the major DJ that's there tonight at the after party that we chose to go to. There's also another after party option somewhere called Kilometer 25. We're going there tomorrow. So those are the two venues we like Anfisa. So we're going to the one tonight, and then tomorrow we're just gonna go check out the other venue. We don't really know any of the DJs there, but it'll still be fun. We just want to see the other venue and stuff. So we're gonna go to both, and then Sunday they're also having after parties, but we decided that we're not gonna go to them. So we'll take you along the after parties, but overall it was a great day so far. Again, I just highly recommend So Far coming. We'll see how the next 2 days go, but so far we've had a great experience.
It's so amazing.
Yeah, I'll let Andrew talk. I always talk on the vlogs, but both of our favorite sets of the day though was Andira Pagniotto so far. But we bounced around and saw a lot of different stuff.
Her energy was top tier the whole time, and then at the end she kind of threw all that for a loop by doing Harry Potter, which was a huge change, but pulled it off insanely, especially when she did the Ivana Cadabra drop.
Oh yeah, as you know, we're big theme park people, so that was very exciting. You would have seen the video by now, but the Harry Potter was super cool.
Even besides that, doing Phantom of the Opera, she did things
that was
test
really cool.
waters that could be a little dangerous or risky for a DJ at a major festival like that, and pulled it off swimmingly.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna go to the after party, and then tomorrow we're gonna definitely go earlier. Today since we landed and stuff, it took us some time to get prepared, and so we got there about 6:30 because there was also a lot of traffic because it was rush hour on a Friday, people trying to get home from work, so it was a little bit of a rough shuttle ride. But tomorrow we're gonna go earlier and do some of the seminar talks that they offer that I talked about in the overlays to learn more about outer space, and then read some of go around and read some of the little plaques in front of the rockets and the planes and the jet fighters, just because we love that kind of nerding stuff, which is super cool. They make it an educational thing. So we're gonna go early so we can check some of that out as well, and be there for most of the day. So yep. All right, enough rambling. We're gonna go to the after party now, and then we'll check in with you all there and after to let you know how our experience was. But we're gonna go.